together.
Right sides together.
First of all, we're going to clear some of these rat tails. We're going to reorganize it. Get those on the inside. And see, she still has a rat tail from us. No. Okay. And then, you see that? So if you have rat tails somewhere, get rid of them. I don't know what these are. Look at that. Girl, you got rat tails everywhere, and you're going to confuse yourself when you go sew. You can't do that. Okay. Now, she sewed, see, she sewed the center front right here. And she's got, I'm checking on the other side to make sure she doesn't have any knots or anything. Look, she's got a tangle, something tangled over here, and that can't be. You have to untangle any thread you have, or you can't pull it through, or it won't work. See, what, do y'all understand what I'm doing? See, the 4 threads have to be on this side, and then you have your 4 threads on this side. And they have to be in perfect alignment with one another. So I'm going to pull this one out more. Are y'all with me? See, here's my 4. And I untangled that on that side. Now I'm going to pin him back. This is center front. Right sides to right sides. Okay. Now let's go to the side seam here. Just got it pinned to the side seam. Now let's go over here. Okay, do you see where the 2-inch notch is right here? That goes on the edge of the zipper. It might be an overlap or an underlap. All depends which way you fold it. Now let's check this right here. And put these guys underneath so they won't get tangled. There we go. And see, here's her 2-inch. Here's the underlay right here. So we're going to pin that right there. I hear a kid. Okay. Okay, now we're good to go. Now, you check to make sure there's no tangles. And you're going to take your 2 threads, one side. Yep, I have to get these. See, these aren't in perfect alignment. So, and this is easily done. You just take one and you pull it through. Pull these guys back over here where they belong. Okay, if you have questions, guys, ask me.
When you say a right side to right side, do you mean the waistband and the skirt? Is that what you're doing?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Can you explain what you just did with the rat tails a little more? Did you
Well,
knot them?
no, I didn't do anything. These just turned into a knot.
Oh,
They
okay.
got twisted. See, I made it clear. See over here, it's nice and clear. There's no knot. That was knotted up. And you have to clear all knots or it will not shear.
Do you put on the interfacing before you scrunch it? Like before you pull out the stuff and like make the skirt go like?
Do I pull that way? The
Like,
interface.
you know how when you like, do you pin the interfacing on before you?
Yeah, I pin the waistband on. That's
Okay.
the waistband.
Yeah.
And the waistband has interfacing, yeah. You match side seams, center front. You put those rat tails on the inside. And then you take your hands like this, very, very cautiously. And if you have a knot, it will not slide. And if your stitching's too narrow, too short, it will not do it. So yeah, hers is tangling doesn't break on me. See, it's not sliding. See, you gotta take your hands very easily. Where's Danielle? Or, no, what's her name? What is that girl?
Adrian?
No, Adrian, not, what's the other girl that got done?
Shannon?
Shannon, is she done? Erin, is Shannon done?
She's sewing her gathers on.
Okay, I want to see, I want her to bring hers out when she gets done. Okay. Her stitching's a little tight. Hopefully yours will be. Yeah. It's better to be a little too loose than too tight. But, I mean, this is fine, it's just gonna take her a little longer. Yeah, shear it. See, I'm gonna shear all the way until I get to the side seam. I have to make this fit this. That's the purpose of it.
And you pin that on the center front and the side seams and the zipper?
Mm-hmm.
So there's 5
Uh-huh. You pin them all down first so you can start to see what you're doing.
Yeah.
You
And
can
when you
just-
pin the zipper, do you need a 1/2 inch seam allowance to
Yes.
go around it?
Uh-huh. One side of the zipper has the underlay or overlay, and the other side has 1/2 inch seam
So
allowance.
how many notches does the waistband have?
It has center back. This right here is center back. This right here. And this right here is the underlay. So it has center back, side seam, center front. And you have to match it with that. See, I'm getting there slowly.
When you pin the waistband, do you pin it open like that?
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay.
As soon as I get the shear to fit that section of the waistband, then I'll pin it.
Center front.
And if your stitches touch one another or you got too close, they'll tangle and you can't shear. You have to take them out and start all over again. Okay? Now Friday, when we get to class, we'll close the ends of the waistband. I'll show you my technique of doing that. And then we'll put the hem tape on. And we'll practice the whips. I gotta do hook and eye for you in class too, Friday. So make sure you have your hook and eyes. And the bigger the hook and eye, the easier they are to sew. But if you have a baby one, that's fine. Your all's hands are better than mine. Does everybody, okay, if you have any questions, please ask me. I'm trying to get to the side seam so I can pin this and show you how. These gathers, shearing has to be evenly distributed.
So you're just pulling the thread and then moving the material.
I'm moving the shearing across it.
Just basically just scrunching it until it fits the
Yeah.
waist, that section of the waistband.
Uh-huh, that's it. And I have an industrial machine at home, and I do this with a foot. I just put it on and then I adjust the stitch length and that adjusts the fullness. But y'all gotta learn the hard way. And you'll appreciate it.
I mean, you will appreciate when we actually get the foot to do it for us.
Well, that foot cost me $30. I mean, but if you're in a different class and I'm in here with you, I'd be glad to let you use it down the line. Yeah. This is just taking longer, like I said, because her stitches are tight. Okay. If I have to show, okay. See, I've got them almost to fit now. And what you do, so you can hold that so it won't slide, you take this and form an X, okay, around there. Okay, then you make sure the edges are perfectly even. See? And you take your fabric and you start to pull it down like that, and that straightens it. see what I'm doing? I'm taking my hand like that and like that. She got a little wiggly in there. You always check underneath and make sure everything's okay. Keep that waistband down or you'll catch it. You don't want to catch it. Then you should turn it inside out like this when you sew it. You sew from one side to another. Okay, look, I'll turn this in. Here's how I always sew. You turn it inside out like this. Yeah. I'd start at the other edge, you know, after you shear all of it. And I'd take it like this, see? And I'd pull it and make sure this is perfectly, this edge is perfectly even. And see, take your hand like this and pull it down. Are y'all with me? Mm-hmm. And I want you to sew right on top of this bottom row, on top of it.
The bottom row?
Right here. I want to see that bottom row, this, I want stitch right here, as straight as you can. She's a little wiggly.
I think it's like, is it in the middle between the two?
Yeah, it's really in the middle.
In the middle.
So between the two?
Okay, now, her next step will be, she'll go over here, look, to the middle. See, she'll go to the middle, she'll take her hand up with both threads like this, and she'll very carefully, you know, move, shear that. And then she'll go over to, on the other side, and she'll shear this side.
So you sew in between, or you sew when you're done with all
No,
of them?
so when you're done, huh? Okay, this pin fell out. Okay, this goes in like this. See, there's the notch. And then as soon as we get to class on Friday, I'm gonna show you how to close the end up. And then we're gonna put the hook and eye on, and then we're gonna put the hem tape on. And then you'll do the tunnel stitch this weekend. Okay. Now, she's got two. She marked this over here twice, and it's not supposed to be marked twice. Let's make sure this waistband's on there. Yeah, I think it is. Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Is everybody with me on this? Okay. Okay. There you go. I want to make sure you, I want to make sure because you marked.
I think one of the patterns has 4 notches on one side, because I just traced someone else's who also had 4.
I have 4 notches.
Yeah, there's 4 notches on your side.
Okay, this is the side seam. This is the side seam. Okay. Well, she wasn't supposed to have that notch right there. And this works fine. This notch was not supposed to be here. But it,
When we sew in between, are we back stitching?
yours is hard. She put me to work. What, honey?
When we sew in between, are we back stitching on that stitch?
No, no, it's a basting stitch.
Okay, so all
Basting
basting.
stitch, you always leave rat tails.
No, when we stitch over for like, after we scrunch it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, we
and
stitch
you
in the
sew
middle.
on top of the zipper all the way to the end. You secure that.
Okay, so that's when we make the like final stitch for that section, because everything else had been basting.
So you back.
Yes.
So on a middle stitch, you back stitch, and you put it on like a 2?
Yes.
Okay.
So do you have the pattern for that?
Yeah, go in my office. It's-
So it, like, you can't, I don't know why this one like went like that, but that, you like definitely can't use that?
Okay, I'll let you cheat. But,
Okay.
okay, I want you to go open this up and